Welcome. Welcome. It's me, Whine Babe, Sweetgrass water, medicine woman, your friendly, freaky ass medicine woman. Also Christianna Carr, Chrissy Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings, right here too. Thought I'd just start off with a nice little smudge today. We had some sage with a little sweetgrass on top, a little cedar. Sage helps to clear out the energies, the negative energies. Sweetgrass helps to call in the positive energies. And the cedar is a protection, also a powerful cleansing and stuff as well. So, anyways, thought we'd clear out all this energy that was going on. I felt I really needed to get grounded. Another rough morning today, and then, the stuff that's been going on up there in the universe. Right, everything's shifting and cleansing out. How's that going with you? How's things going in your life? Big shifts and changes coming up? Changing that shit into fertilizer? How's that going for you, eh? Oh, got our cards cleansed off here. New week, the Tell It Tuesdays, Try It Tuesdays. Whatever day it is you're watching it. Lessons will all go through. Feeling shaky today. Things going on in the body. Just exhausted. Comes with that moon time flow too, eh? Like right in groove with things, eh? So release. Release. Let things go, let things go. Need to hang on. So let's just start with this reading today. We've cleared off. What's that lessons we can look at today? Those balancing energies. Those lessons out there to help us balance those energies within us, male and female energies, or your being and your doing energies, or however you want to look at it. Okay, we'll call in all of our directions. Calling in the east, the path of illumination and clarity, the place of fire, the place of man. And calling in all of our directions from the south. That's the waters, the emotions, the child, the place of innocence. And calling back all of our energies from the west, the earth, the woman, the physical. Place of introspection. And calling back all of our energies from the north. That's the wisdom years, the air, the mental. And now I just like to make a point here. Sometimes I get caught up in wanting to make sure I'm putting the truth out there, and I got mixed up because some teachings are different, where you have, like, even in the colors of the chart, some of the medicine wheels, the reds here and the yellows here and whatnot. So it's about the teachings. And if we get sticky on stuff, then sometimes we're blocking the pure message from coming through, okay? Because we're getting hooked up on trying to making it all, like perfect, making sure everything's correct and right and true and all, right? But what's true for you will come through. And that's my intent, and that's what I hold to, so we all will get something out of this. I don't know better for you than anybody. And the teachings are different depending on which area of the world that you come from, and where they originated from. So, don't get hung up on the details and chew every little detail to bit. So we walk this earth walk from south in the childhood, right, where we need a whole bunch of allies and support to get through childhood, to get to adulthood, and hopefully we have that. Otherwise, we think we're forced to grow up too quick, but really we're not, right? We're still children trying to act like adults, and then we get to become adults, we're like children still now in adult bodies. So we need to be that biggest ally and support to ourselves, and see always our biggest ally and support is our Creator. And to see that even if the families we weren't born into, if not all of them were supportive, that there is some, and look at those and hang on to those as we get up into those wisdom years, right? And then we have that ability to respond now, because we see the supports that we have, and that we don't need to react anymore. We can see how that helped to create us into the beings that we are, whatever that is. So for you, it's time to respond and not just react, right? That's the spirit. See that we are reflections. We're all reflections of the divine. You want to see God's face? Look around you. It's everywhere around you, because it's everything, right? We are reflections to each other. What are we reflecting? Or are we projecting? So that's what Spirit's reminding us, and Spirit's always with us. From the east to the west, as the sun, it's always there, right? Every day is a new chance. We can take a different option. We can look at it in a different way, right? There's a new light. It's the dawning of a new day, every day. Above, below, and within. Okay, dokali. So let's reflect. Let's reflect today. Okay, what's going on? What's out there today for us to learn? We can either put that intention out there. We're going to look for this lesson in today, or maybe we'll look at the end of the day and see how that, reflect on that day and how that was in the day. Whatever that is, our female energies, creative energies, introspective energies. What are we looking inside today? Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, right? We're looking inside for those cycles and how to create movement in those cycles. Which ones worked? Which ones were the healthy? And we can continue those. Right? How did we create that movement in our own lives? How did we get out of our own way? Where were the cycles that we broke? Where's the cycles that continued that we need to now still work on? Now we're recognizing them. What can we do to change them? Right? The aggressive hasn't worked. To be assertive, we need to take a stand, and a firm stand for sure. But we do not need to be aggressive about it. We can take that peaceful stance to create that cycles and movements. The aggression comes where we really need to look at ourselves, and not in a shameful way, but like when sicknesses or illness, sometimes we need to take aggressive action, right? Our bodies will take aggressive action inside with the cells to attack those foreign cells or whatever. I want to say antibodies. Our body builds up the antibodies to fight the foreign bodies into our bodies. I don't know. Anyways, it's looking at that. And has aggression helped you? And we're trying to clear out aggression too in that fighting, because we've been talking about that we need to find those more peaceful ways. We've done all this fighting. What's all this fighting for? Right? We've done our wars. That's coming up too. Time to reflect. There was a time for that. Okay, it's gotten us so far, but when we continue to do that, if we keep repeating these old cycles, we're going to continue getting what we've always got, right? That's the definition of insanity. So if we keep, thinking we got to fight, well, how has that worked? Yes, maybe it's worked in the past. Now we have to take a stand. Be warriors, yes, but warriors, it's not about fighting. That's the last resort. So, what can we do now? How can we break those cycles? What actions can we take as we recognize those cycles in us? What actions can we take just today, just this minute? Let's just, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We're right here, right now. What can we do right here, right now? Oh, wiggles my fingers too much. It tires it out. Okay. We can tap into those new abilities, right? See how we're shifting, and there's new ways of being in these new bodies that we have, because we're no longer in those child bodies. We're in adult bodies. So let's tap into those new abilities as adults, right? The new responsibilities come with those as well. How do we handle those? That's what we're reflecting on. So what can we do? We can use that new ability. You see that cycle? Okay, well, I'm actually going to do it this way now, right? And then we take that action on that. We see, okay, this is the need. Okay, I kept trying to fit myself in here, but really this is my talent. This is where I can help, and I don't feel drained from it. I don't feel resentful. So this is where I'm going to put my most effort, right? My best effort is going to go in here instead of in here, which really isn't where I'm trying to fit. So then it's really not helping them or helping me. So let's tap into those new abilities where if we're all tapping into that passion, we're seeing those cycles in ourselves, breaking those cycles in ourselves. We can't break it in anybody else, like in our own families. We can see how that one's still doing the cycle and this one is, but how are we? We're still doing that cycle then if we're pointing at them and not looking within ourselves. So that's the new ability. That's the action. When you're starting to point a finger, reflecting back. Let's see. Maybe that's it. I don't know. What does it mean for you? What's that action you're taking on that new ability? Or renewed ability, right? You've seen something. Now I'm trying this a different way. So we're taking this. That's why it's a new action, right? Because we're taking those old habits, we're trying to create a new healthier habit. We don't need to throw everything out. We're taking those bits that did work, and okay, maybe we got to tweak it or something, you know? So that's what we do. And then it lines us up and brings us into this balance here. Brings it into this balance. This is what it's all for. Okay. Was ready, right, for us to manifest our needs and needs, right, to help others to see that we can shine too, that everybody can. There's enough for everyone. So it's new ways and new abilities in getting our needs met, right? Maybe it's we're trying to get our power back by having power over another, trying to control all the situations. But we need to work on controlling and trusting ourselves. It's not always just controlling ourselves, but trusting ourselves to know that we come equipped with everything that we need, all the abilities, you know, and we can look and see the actions that we need to take. We don't need to be aggressive. We need to be assertive. We need to be firm in where we stand and know who we are. But we don't need to be aggressive to prove who we don't need to be aggressive to get those needs met. You know, sometimes we need to be patient, of course, always, right? So that's what we're coming into. Because Mother Earth is supporting us all, there is always enough to go around. So if we live in that, and that's a new way, because we're used to living in fear. There's not enough, and scarcity. It's all, you know, so we need to take from others, but there is enough for us all here on Mother Earth. So that's what we're reflecting at. That's why we need to change those cycles. That's the biggest, I think, for us all to change, is that there is enough for us all. And we don't need to take from somebody else to get our needs met. So it's time to start generating that from within, because we're equipped fully within to be able to get that, right? And it's time to get in touch with that playful, flirty, fun side of ourselves, right? That nurturing medicine, because a mother will sit up with her sick child, right? With that fever. That's where that aggression comes in too, like a mother sitting up all night with a child with a fever, or, you know? So it's time to get in touch with that nurturing and nurture ourselves and be playful. It doesn't have to be a hard thing, right? When we're getting in touch with that action, it's skin off our back. Right? So and then the stone people tapping into those records and knowing we return to who we are and to that innocence of who we are, who our Creator made us to be, and know that that nurturing energy is always out there. We can give that to ourselves too, right? And see that we are worthy of that just as anybody else. So all that caring that we give to others, we need to give to ourselves too. And isn't that something new? Ooh, to do self-care and not feel guilty about it? Because how are we going to be there for anybody else? You know, if we feel like we need to help others in getting their needs, because they do. There's something we have that they need. How can we give that to them if we are not nurturing that in ourselves? to be able to give it, because we cannot give what we do not have, right? If we've drained ourselves over here, we don't have it anymore, right? If we keep pouring it out to the ones that don't have any limits. What is that for you? So we're looking at that, the new cycles, the movements, the ways to get our ideas and to manifest our needs and ideas, right? Of course, check up always, right? And those things, when it's in the highest and benefit of all, when it's coming from that pureness, right? Where it's not just for myself. This is, I want to put on my oxygen mask to help others. This isn't, antelope didn't go, let me give my skin and stuff and make sure I get the credit, right? It wasn't about that. It was about that genuine desire to help, to be of service, to see how I could fulfill a need, right? By offering my life in service of yours to help you sustain yours. What is that for you? And as we're looking at antelope, that's the one I was talking about. So I guess we're going to go with that. What's that offering of love that you have? That Ace of Bowls, because now I know I'm being filled from spirit. Now I know I have both energies. I can receive and be filled and not feel empty then to give to you, because I know I'm constantly filled by spirit. So if we're all getting filled from our sources, right, in those sustainable ways off the earth and connecting spirit, knowing it's all part of one, then we can offer out what is our unique purpose here? What is our unique gift that we were given? Because the gifts were given us for us not to keep and hang on to, but to share with others, to show that they have that as well in each of you. So we're doing it that way, and then we're reflecting, and then we'll take that action on it. So it went a little different in this one. So that cycles and that aggression, right? So we're reflecting on those cycles and stuff, how we've done that before. How do we do this now? And, well, a whole bunch came out for that, because it's transforming. We've got to go through, we got to get into that sunset, get the vision for ourselves, right? See how we are relating to that power, and see that we can be balanced and all of that we already are. We already are. So that's the transformation. We can self-sustain for ourselves, be self-sustaining societies, right? Not having to take from others. We share our bounties, because we're all so full that we have so much to give, that we're not hoarding and keeping it because we don't think there's going to be enough. That's the transformation. It's not right off into the desert, right? Well, beyond that desert, oh wow, you should see the fields and the growth, and right, it's that keep going, because we will get there. And what's that vision for you? Now I'm going to shuffle those in. So those just wanted to hop out and make a point there. So just one for the female side, the creative energies, and we're pulling this all together, right? That offering of love, and we offer it out for all giving. Who's going to feel empty, right? Because we're filled by source. The 3 again, returning that spiritual family. The heart is home. Your spirit is freed. The doubt overcome by the action. So we're thinking and reflecting. What's that action we're going to take? Just one. Just one. What's there? Not. Oh, and not. I think I'm shaking too, so that's her. There we go. Your art is your shield in power, the 8 of pipes. So we're reflecting on that, right? The 8, the otter, the woman energy. That's your creative energy. So what is that? What is your talents? What is your abilities? What is that gift that you have to share with the world? What are you holding back? You're afraid it won't be accepted. Hey, maybe we've been offering it. Maybe we've been offering our love to the ones maybe they didn't need that or didn't appreciate that, And so we think, oh, nobody needs this, but we've been offering it to the wrong ones, or the ones that weren't realizing they needed that at that time, whatever that is. So what is that you have to offer, that special gift that you've picked up from the cycles and movements in your life? And now we're going to act on that. What is that for you? What is your cup filled with? What fills your cup and you just want to share that out? All right. What do you have joy? What do you take joy in sharing, where you don't feel emptied, you don't feel drained. It helps to fill you and others when you're giving. You don't feel empty when you're giving. As you give, you're filled. You're taking action. The earth is eternally fertile. So we keep on giving. We keep pouring out and sharing those abilities. We keep taking action on that, one little step at a time. What is that action? Is it picking up a paintbrush? Maybe it's going out to buy a paintbrush. Maybe it's picking up a pen. Maybe it's going and weeding that gardening. Or maybe, getting prepared for next year's harvest. Whatever that is, earth is eternally fertile. There is enough to go around. So we can act and take action as if there is enough to go around. Act as if your cup is always full, knowing it actually is, because you're getting it from the source. There is plenty to go around. That's the main message in here. There's plenty to go around. There's no need to take from anybody. We're all filled and equipped with everything we need to be able to get whatever we need, and then to share also with others, right? Because once we give, we got to receive, and aim high, in the highest and best interest of all. This is not just our selfish needs, just what we want for ourselves, so we have more material gain, and we can say, look what I got, look what I got, It's not about the flashy things. It's aim higher than that. It's the spirit. It's the love. It's the peaceful world, right? To be able to share your stories and pass on to the next generations of how we've made these shifts and change, of how we can create change in a peaceful way without all the fighting, of how there is enough. This is a new way. It's not teaching we need to be fearful. There isn't enough. We need to take from this one, We need to conquer this world. We need to roar, show our power as men, because we're the most powerful dominion over all. Rein it back, eh? Pull that back in. Get that out of there. We're full. There's always enough to go around. The earth is eternally fruitful. We've always supported, right? Spirit is limitless as well. So we as humans, we limit ourselves. It's time to stop that. Share our stories and that expansion, and aim higher than just the material needs. We got to aim higher. Wow. Important messages in there. Right? So we don't need to be aggressive in taking it from others. We've got all we need. So what's that love you have to offer? What's your talents? Don't hold them in there anymore. The world's missing out. Oh, beautiful things that you have to give. Remember? Hey, we got to stop offering it to the wrong people. That's not bad. Whatever. That's fine. Let's not take that personally, because there's somebody out there waiting for that gift that you have. The longer you're holding onto it, the longer you're keeping that person waiting, right? But we are also individuals. Are we just going to sit around and wait for that other to put that out there? Or are we going to start putting it out there ourselves, right? And be that change we wish to see in the world. Share our talents and express ourselves fully, wholly, and unapologetically, as we are. And not as better than somebody else. We can all shine together, right? Or it's that saying, right? The sky would be pretty dim with just one star. It needs us all. We all belong here. And I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to walk on this earth walk with you. Something popped to my head, too, is that, you don't even have to like me for me to love you. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. Everybody's not my favorite cup of tea either, but I still love everybody. I still wish everybody love. I know we all belong to be here and deserve to be here, and we're all learning our own lessons. And it's what we tell ourselves. I used to tell myself I learned the hard way. Now it's like, please, grace and ease. I work best under pressure. No. No, we need to work through and see those cycles in the smaller scales. That's all we can change them. We can see them on the bigger scale. So how do we change it in each individual, right? But it's in you. you know, right? So it begins within each one of us. So we need to take personal responsibility for our own lives. Start being the lead character in our own lives and supporting characters in others' lives, and, you know, shine for ourselves and others too, and help them shine. So we all can shine. And we're not all going to shine at the same time. That's where the balance is, right? Somebody's in darkness, there's always light. They can see, yeah, so always gives them hope, maybe, right? Or each individual, we can look and go, wow, right? See them shine, and we can just whine. Look at them shine. Look at how they're shining. Or we can shine too. So are you going to shine or whine? What are you going to do? Love yous. Biggest heart hugs ever. No matter what you do, be you, fully, holy, and true. Shine that light through the only way you can. Offer your cup of love. Put it all out there, my friends. We got this. We're in this together. We are so in this together. Truth. We're in this together. Love yous. I'm glad to be here with you. Yes, I am. Thank you. I feel a lot better. Have a wonderful, blessed day.